Warning, this podcast contains Guardian. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SCN on TV podcast for Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 6, Changing. I'm your host, Dom. With me is Nikki and Rachel.
Hiyo.
How's it going?
Hey. It's going.
It's going. So what do you guys think of this episode?
It was kind of cute.
You mean like the Mon-El Kara?
The whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The whole episode was cute. The little alien thing going into your brain, that was cute. The parasite. No?
No. See, that's a typical alien parasite cliche, and it bothered
Invasion
the
of the
hell.
Body Snatchers, anyway?
Exactly. It bothered the hell out of me.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, it reminded me a lot of the way the one functions in the movie Dreamweaver. Do you guys remember that? It's like 2003, I think that movie came out.
If it's scary, I didn't see it.
It was kind of a horror movie, and
I might have seen it.
Chances are I didn't see it.
Mr. Gray, was it? Yeah, no? Okay. No, it was a fantastic movie, but it functioned very much like that one. We've seen a very similar thing in the TV show Supernatural.
I think every show's done once.
Yeah, every kind of monster movie, alien type show has done it at some point or another.
And that's why it bothered me. I thought, they could be a little bit more creative, especially with, having a bunch of aliens around already.
I figured this one was kind of creative because the only thing that it functioned differently is it actually transformed the host, which you typically don't see very much.
That's true. It mutated him,
Yeah.
changed his DNA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was different. But.
Yeah. So they took something that is kind of a staple to this franchise, not this franchise, but this genre, I should say, and put a little spin on it. So, everything borrows from something. So, I think it was fine. But right off at the bat, when we're in Norway, and they're doing the study on the climate changing and all that, and you get Dr. Rudy Jones in there, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, that's Ethan from Lost, and I just, for the rest of the episode, I was just like, he's playing the same kind of character that he played on Lost, and it was fantastic.
So glad that I've never watched Lost, because it would ruin every other freaking TV show I've ever watched.
Right?
It would. It really would.
So, you know what? I'm glad, and I'm never going to fucking watch it just for that fact.
No, that's not true. I'm going to make you watch it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to watch it.
But I was like, what the hell is going on when his arm gets sucked into, like, the wolf that they were dissecting from, like, the wolf was, like, 2,000 years old and had, what did they say, a stone spearhead in it. I was like, what the hell is going on here? But, yeah, I don't know. And, I mean, it was kind of cool because he had knowledge of who he was. Because he was still doing tests on the worm thing, like, as the episode went on. And he's referring to it as we. And it's like, he's accepted that it's cohabitated with him.
He's a scientist.
But he still has knowledge, and it's not like, oh my god, I have to get rid of this thing. It's like, oh my god, this is cool. What is it,
Yeah, he's a scientist.
Yeah, it was just really, really weird.
It reminds me of, there's this one episode of Bones where Dr. Hodgins actually lets a bot fly grow in the back of his neck. And he's treating it like a child and a baby.
Yep.
And they actually have like a birthing ceremony for it. So it reminded me of that, because he was just like embracing this freaking parasite.
Yeah. But Wynn labeled it as something from the Angam system.
Angam.
I don't know exactly what that means because I'm not that well versed in the Superman lore. But I don't know. Do you think we've seen the last of these things?
No.
Probably not. I don't know.
I think
it depends.
That's a larva state, I think.
Well, they came here, obviously, a long time ago. They came here during the Ice Age, thinking that the Earth needed to be saved, I'm guessing.
At that point, it wasn't the Earth didn't need to be saved.
No.
But
Not
that's
from
what they
people.
came.
Humans weren't dickholes then because they didn't exist.
Not from
you
people,
know?
but it might have had like a scouting mission or something, you know. And
That's true.
now when it's woken up, it's discovered all this
It
stuff.
still
It's like,
thinks,
hey,
or who knows? We don't know exactly if it was like got fed information on what's happening now, or it still had its old information
Well,
yeah.
lingered in its head.
I feel that, because the parasite, just it bonded with Rudy so quickly that it got all the information because he's also like he's got the climate change thing in his head, and he's saying like he's probably thinking in the back of his head, humans are to blame and everything, and the parasite melded with him, so it's like, okay, well, this guy's right, he's the only, like, the information that Rudy provided the parasite was what it was going off of, and it's like, okay, we need to save this planet.
Yeah, that's true too. It kind of melded with him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know exactly what the intelligent level of this
but we do know it is able to survive being frozen for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
that's kind of scary.
Like an intergalactic fucking cockroach.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Then we get to see, some more of the alien bar. I love that bar. I really hope we don't leave that place anytime soon. It just gets more and more fun every time. But we see Kara and Mike. I'm gonna call him Mike while he's not saving things because we call her Kara. So Kara and Mike, we watch them get drunk. Aubrey James.
They are so cute together.
Aubrey James in chat says, "I thought Supergirl can't get drunk." And that is correct.
A special brew that they got from.
Yeah, this is an alien brew. This isn't normal alcohol from Earth.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah.
They even said it is something that would kill a human being if they consumed it. So it's poisonous to humans, but it's very alcoholic to aliens.
Extremely, like you see. I mean, Kara did drink it really fast. Just saying, but
You can't say chocolate. Come on now.
Colette. But yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah.
The two of them together are so stinking adorable that I just want to puke.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, you guys stop.
They are pretty adorable together.
I mean, and then even Wynn and had mentioned it.
Yeah.
She wasn't into us. Do you really think she did? Nah.
Well, I mean, she could get a little overboard and hurt Wynn, and yeah. Whereas, Mon-El can take a few good hits.
Well, he gave a hit in the copy room once.
He didn't break her, so.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's Mon-El though. He's not as strong as Kara. Oh,
he's stronger than Kara.
Not right.
He just
now.
doesn't have. He doesn't. Well, even Wynn said that he's stronger than Kara, but he doesn't have all the other things that she has. Because he goes, "Can Kara do that?" He goes, "No."
Yeah.
He was with the metal fighting thing. Dummy. He punched it and dented it.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm trying not to blame that I did watch like 3 episodes all at once today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm foggy because I watched these last week. So.
Yeah.
I remember that being said.
I don't personally remember it either. I know in the comic books he was weaker than Kara. They could have changed that because he did have all the same powers as Kara in the comics, which he does not have here. So they could have swapped some stuff around.
They could have swore they said he wasn't as strong as Kara and he couldn't fly.
He definitely can't fly.
No, he can't fly. He doesn't have that. But I think because he doesn't have the flight or the freeze, the frost breath and the fire eyes, and I think they made him stronger.
Yeah. It's really cool, though, seeing, like, him and Kara training, in the DEO and all that, and she's just, like, basically taking a nap while fighting him.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to fight.
No, he's not. He's giving it everything he's got, but he's not a fighter by any means.
Which is funny, because he was a palace guard.
I honestly don't think... I think she said it... Kara said it in a couple episodes ago when they first found Mike, that his planet was just full of frat boys. You know, it was just like a party
The
planet.
yeah,
I
the
don't think
prince that
he
he
had.
was
I don't think he had reason to learn to fight. It was just like,
probably not.
you know, just drink and bang girls all day long.
Well, that's what
Well-
he, you know, was drinking, and then when they went to the party, he was just like, I haven't danced. You know, he was like, I want to go to a party and stuff. So yeah.
Well, what about his job that he supposedly found as the muscle for a bookie?
Hey,
He seemed to be fighting that alien just fine.
I know Kara wasn't impressed with what I mean, but at least he found a job.
He found a job that he likes.
And he actually knows how to. He can actually do it, not like Catco, where he was just sitting on his ass eating red vines.
And Doritos and what else
Yeah.
was
Kind of
on his
manipulating the
basket.
system. I mean, he mentions,
It's
"Oh, well, I
true.
have these powers, but you know, why couldn't I? That sounds like a waste for you. You know, like I can do it." But
That's true, but I mean,
It is true, but he doesn't. It's like he doesn't understand this world just yet.
no,
so.
he's still living on Draxium. Like,
He's just
with
a
the
baby.
mentality, yeah. And that's really frustrating the hell out of Kara. And if it wasn't for, you know, Alex having that little pep talk with him, we wouldn't have seen him stand up at the end, you know, and fight.
and I was so proud of him, and then
No.
like fucking Cadmus, god damn you!
Losers.
But
I know what you're going to say, because, you know, we know Chris Wood, and he plays an excellent villain, and going to Cadmus, they're going to twist and turn him and corrupt him and make him a villain, and I'm like, yes, I want to see that, but I don't want to see that.
more
Because
than
I
likely,
like the dynamic with Kara and him.
well, more than likely, they're gonna make him a villain, and we're gonna get to see him play that, and that's gonna be fantastic. But I think that they're going to be able to bring him back. You know, it's not going to be like, oh, he's a villain forever. They defeat him, they kidnap him, capture him, lock him in jail, and forget about him. I don't think it's going to be that at all. I think it's going to be, yeah, he's a villain, but they're going to have to undo the mind control or brainwashing or whatever, you know, they're doing to him. And that's where I think this is heading. If that's the case, I'm really excited because I need to see Chris Wood as a villain again. I need to. I have to. He is fantastic. But, yeah, no, that whole fight was kind of cool, though, where you saw the car, you know, get thrown, and he stops and saves the little girl, and, like, you know he had to be feeling good after that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because that's what ended up getting him kidnapped in the first place. You know, he's after everything's over, he's still trying to help people.
He didn't quite understand what Kara was trying to explain to him about being a hero, and like I don't think she, you know, she didn't really describe the feeling of helping people to him properly.
And the whole
It was more
secret
like,
identity too. I mean,
that as well. Like, but she's like, you know, use your powers for good, and like that's all she was saying to him, and he was just like, why? Why? I mean, there's like she wasn't explaining the end point. Like it was just like, look at, you're strong, you should be doing this, and that's not the way you should be talking to a frat boy. You should explain and, you know, show, not just tell.
Yeah, well then you also had James who's sitting here demanding the suit from Wynn. Right?
Oh my
And he's
God,
not talking
James,
to Wynn very nicely
sit down
either.
and shut up.
You know?
No.
Wynn's just like, look, it's not ready. It's a glorified Halloween costume at this point.
Yep.
And you can tell Wynn's getting really agitated, and I don't blame him. Like, Wynn was completely in the right here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what James' problem was.
I don't know, James.
I mean, he's frustrated. I get that.
I know
he
he's
wants to help.
frustrated.
He's been sitting on the sidelines forever, like all the way back to before Supergirl aired, technically, when you think about it. And, you know, when he was helping Clark and all that, do his adventures over there. So he's always kind of felt on the sideline. And now, you know, he sees Mon-El coming in and all these people that are helping, you know, John Jones, and he's just stuck on the sidelines again. Even Wynn is kind of helping, you know, was at Catco with them, and now Wynn's working in the DEO. He's not helping the same, like, level as Mon-El or John Jones, but he's still helping. And unfortunately, you know, you have him just as the face of Catco now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this, Jimmy.
But
I don't know. I really wanted to give him a good slap across the face a couple times, just because he's just. He should just appreciate that Win is even doing this for him, because Win in the very beginning was like, "Fuck off! No way! I'm not doing this. You shouldn't be doing this." And somehow Win got roped into it, and now he's treating Win like shit. And Win's the one that has the power to begin with. He's the one making your fucking suit. You need to back the fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hello. Okay, first of all, these flying people are aliens. They are very, very strong. And then, the DEO, they are highly trained people. You are not trained. You're trained in this.
Yeah. I'm not going to hide behind my camera anymore.
Yeah. But Win also kind of aggravated me, because at the same time, after he gets through saying, oh, it's just a glorified Halloween costume, he's been in the DEO this entire time, and then when shit hits the fan and Kara needs help, all of a sudden the suit's ready? Like, so did he just straight up lie?
Maybe.
I think he was tweaking it, probably. It wasn't up to Win's standards. You know what I mean? It wasn't up to his standards.
But a whole 10 minutes, 15 minutes worth of time is going to be enough tweaking to make it a unglorified Halloween costume?
Maybe. Well, like I said, maybe he just told him it was a glorified Halloween costume to get him off his back because he didn't think it was up to his standards yet. It was probably further along than he led on, yes. But it's not up to Win standards. I mean, look how many freaking Supergirl costumes he went through before he found one.
That's true. But James is going under the name Guardian now. I think it's an appropriate name. I thought it was really cool. I love seeing it in action, the shield and everything. I thought it was really, really cool.
Really cool.
I love the fact that Win is sitting 10 feet away in a command truck. Absolutely love that. But with him not telling Kara, who he is, and please tell me that the truck that Win is in is also lead lined, so Kara can't see him either.
I don't know.
I don't think they've thought that far ahead, to be honest.
I don't think so. They didn't think very far ahead and I don't think he's telling Kara because he knows Kara's going to get pissed.
Probably.
And rightfully so. Rightfully
yeah.
But she better not just get pissed at James. She better get pissed at Win as well.
Oh, she will. There'll be enough pissness to go around.
I don't know. I see.
Pissness. It's a new word. My new word.
So far, when I've seen Kara get mad, it doesn't last very long. And as a girl, I think she should hold a little bit of a grudge for at least more than 15 minutes. You know? Maybe cold shoulder them for a whole week or something.
A whole week?
Yeah, that is going they are freaking humans. They're vulnerable. They're fighting humans that are 100 times their power. And this alien in this episode was 10 times their size.
Yeah,
so
but without Guardian, things would have went really bad.
That's true. But Kara should know what's going on.
Oh, I agree.
That way,
I don't think they should be lying to her.
No.
I don't think so at all, but, I understand why they're doing it, but it's for all the wrong reasons.
That's not good enough reason right there.
I just want to contribute. No, at the end, he's like, oh, I felt so good afterwards, and then you just saw his head growing, the ego just filling up. It's I'm going to punch you right in the fucking face and break your nose right now. I'm going to give you a couple more scrapes on your face. You need to just stop.
He's kind of reminding me of the in Spider-Man guy who got into the Venom suit. That guy. He was all
Brock.
Yeah, he was just all I'm second. I'm playing second fiddle kind of thing. I want to be blah blah. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And then they make stupid decisions.
Yeah. It seems like all superheroes make very stupid decisions.
Cleo said it right, that the DC universe is just a big stupid decision.
Yeah. Well, okay, everyone wants wants to be the superhero. No one wants to be the sidekick. But you don't understand how much the sidekick helps the superhero. Without that, the superhero doesn't have, like intel. He doesn't have information that he can get with, because he's focused on a fight when.
And in some cases, even motivation.
And his sidekick can get information from, okay, well, his weak points are this, this, and this, or that, or something. He's getting all feeding information, or this is where they're going to be hitting next.
The sidekick doesn't always have to be out in the battle with them.
No.
You see it a lot with like Robin and Batman, kind of thing. You do see it out there in the field, but mainly, and especially all of the DC shows that we're watching right now, there is the guy that goes out in the field, and there's the person that stays behind. We have, in this case, we have Supergirl, and we have the DEO. That's kind of, the intel people. On Arrow, you have Oliver going out there, and you have Overwatch. In Flash, we have Barry, and we have Cisco and Caitlin. So.
I mean, for Batman, you got Alfred.
Yeah.
And Alfred's willing to stay behind and do all the,
Well, Alfred is older than dirt.
It doesn't matter. He could still have that.
Unless it's Alfred from the TV show Gotham. In that case, he's out in the field beating the shit out of people for Bruce. But that's regardless.
It's different.
Still a sidekick kind of thing.
Yeah, Bruce is the sidekick.
But so I mean, everyone wants to be the superhero, but it's like sidekicks are just as important.
Yep.
They're just as important. They might not get on the limelight, but they're just as important.
Yeah.
That's why we have supporting characters in movies too.
Yes.
Yeah. Brian in chat says, "What do you think about a theory going around that Alex might become Batwoman?" I've heard the theory.
No.
Shut
up.
Whoa.
That's stupid.
Wow.
Wasn't like Batwoman like the mayor's daughter or something?
Yeah.
There's been many incarnations of Bat.
There is, but see, in this universe, and in this DC telling of Supergirl and all that, I remember Barry specifically saying that he didn't find anybody he knew or knew of in Supergirl's universe when he looked around. So wouldn't that include Bruce and Batman and things like that?
Yeah, but in this universe, Bruce may not be Batman. There may still be a Batman or a Man-Bat or some version of a Batman type.
There's Marsupial Man.
If they're gonna do what we want them to do and combine the Earths, that's just gonna cause way too much confusion. Because we know that
Alex
Batman
may
Bruce
not do that until we get that at some point. And I'm really, really hoping that the CW comes up with a Batman show.
Let's go with Barnacle Boy and Merman.
No, this is not SpongeBob.
Please, no. God.
I had to throw in a SpongeBob reference.
No.
But I don't know. Alex was kind of aggravating me this episode. Right?
She's just confused. She's so in her own head, and that's where she always is. And when she does that, she's annoying.
She's sitting there questioning herself the whole time. She's like, "Should I tell Kara? Should I not tell Kara?" And she goes to tell Kara, and then Kara actually aggravated me after that. It's like Kara really didn't take that very well. It's like she's
not
got
initially.
No, but she has this horrified look on her face when Alex is telling her, and she goes and sits down on the bench like, oh my god, she didn't say anything out loud, but in her head it was like, oh my god, I need to sit down kind of thing, and it just
she also realized that she could have probably found this out earlier if she actually talked to her sister about her problems instead of her own fucking problems.
Alex didn't even know up to this point,
no.
So how could Kara even assume that this was going on?
Yeah.
I mean, as someone that has a couple gay family members, it's a shock at first. And, I mean, especially if you don't see it coming. There are some that you're like, oh yeah, I already knew that.
Yeah.
And you're okay with it, and you're just waiting for them. But then there's others that you have no clue, and it's not that you don't accept them. It's a shock because everyone. It's just a human nature. You kind of want to predict things. You want things, you go when you see things, you're like, oh, I can predict that this person's going to do that just by the way they're acting. When you don't see it, it catches you off guard.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I had a really close friend. She came out to me I was the first person she told, and I was just like, okay, I saw this coming. Like, I've kind of known this for the last, like, 2 or 3 years. And she's like, but I just found out myself, like, a month ago. And I was like, really? Like, and I started, like, telling her, like, everything that, like, clued me off. And she's like, this has been going on for a while, I guess. Like, she didn't even know, kind of thing,
and I don't think I don't know.
But I took it really well, like so that gave her, like, the comfort, I guess, to come out to other people that were in, like, our circle of friends. But if I had a really bad reaction to it, she would have shut down and she wouldn't have told anybody else,
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many homosexual people they've actually come in contact with. I don't know we don't know if they have anything like that they had anything on like that on their planet. Because, I mean, that could be a really big thing. I mean, Kara knows about it, obviously, because she's been here since she was 13. But probably not something that's normal.
No,
it's different.
Replaying the scene of Kara first, like Alex first telling Kara, and, you said, yeah, she sat down, like, to take a breather. But then it was just, like, the questions she asked afterwards. It was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, if you weren't made of steel, I would knock your face off.
Pretty much.
Well, that is usually a first question. Are you sure? Because
I wouldn't ask that.
Most family members do, though. It's
assholes.
They are, but they like, are you sure? Because it is a huge life changer, and it does in some aspects make your life harder, and not being your family, they don't want your life to be hard.
Well, I mean, when you ask a question like that, it's like you're trying to second guess them, like they've made a mistake. And that's a horrible.
People think that it's not what the person asking is asking.
Yeah, but it's kind of what is almost implied, whether that's not your intention, that's the implication. Yeah, exactly. And just for all intents and purposes, the girl that, came out to me, she ended up marrying a guy, so I was like, that is what shocked me more than anything. Because she had this whole coming out thing, and then she dated, like, 3 or 4 women, and then she dropped off, and I didn't talk to her for like 2 years, and then when we finally caught back up, she's giving me an invitation to her wedding, and she's engaged to a guy, and I'm like, hold on, we got to catch up here. It wasn't like I wasn't like second guessing her or anything, but it was like, you got to fill me in, like what's been going on since I've been gone, kind of thing. Yeah, but it wasn't like, are you sure? That's not what I asked her, anything like that. Yeah. But, Car just, maybe it is because she's from another planet and she doesn't know how to take it, but...
she's been on Earth long enough to know that,
it's different when it's someone you don't know. But when it's someone you're close to, it's different.
I guess.
I guess I'm just more open-minded than a lot of other people, because I'd be like, right on. Good for you.
High five.
Whatever. If this makes you happy, good job. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Not, are you sure? No. That would never come out of my mouth.
Oh, I mean, people say that to you when you're like, oh, I'm engaged to this person. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to be engaged to that person? That happens in any...
Yeah. I mean,
are you sure? You better marry her. Really?
But in the end, I think that what was more terrible was Maggie herself. She friend-zoned Alex.
God, she fucking friend-zoned her so hard.
But I understand, because Maggie has known about her situation for a very long time, where Alex is fresh, brand new. And Maggie likes their friend aspect. Like, she likes working with Alex. She likes, playing pool and having drinks. to jump into a relationship with someone who still is unsure of what's going on.
I wouldn't say jump into she didn't want to jump into a relationship. She wanted to find out if this is what she wanted to go out for drinks, go on a couple dates. Nothing's gonna come.
Alex wanted to jump into the relationship. You saw her. She planted that big one on Maggie and like just threw her for a loop. It wasn't Maggie that was
this whole time, Maggie's been pushing her to come out and all this stuff, and it was when Kara admitted she had feelings for Maggie. So Maggie kind of led Alex on to believe that if she came out, they would be together. That's the impression that I've gotten from this from the whole time. And so, you know, Alex finally gets the courage and the strength and everything and does what she's got to do to come out. And then Maggie's just like, oh yeah, no, that's not going to work.
I know, that's what pissed me off. I was like, seriously?
To be fair, Maggie just got out of a relationship herself.
I totally get that. I get that, but don't lead Alex on like that.
No, I mean, you can go on a couple dates. That's fine. That's cool. Nothing can go on a couple dates, see what you feel, and that's fine.
It almost seemed like Maggie was manipulating Alex to come out by like leading her on. Yeah, and then when she finally came out was like, you know, because
it totally felt like Maggie was so interested in her, but she was only interested in her because she was straight or something. It was kind of weird.
I had a really good friend that was seeing this girl, and this other girl comes into the picture and is flirting with him hardcore, and like he's like, no, I'm in a relationship, whatever, and like they were still hanging out and doing stuff all the time, and then he finally left the girl he was with for that girl, and she was like, yeah, but I'm not interested in you. And I was like, I got mad, and I yelled at her, because I was like, are you kidding me? Because I've watched everything that's been going on here.
They're only interested in things they can't have.
Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what it seemed like Maggie did to Alex.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I'm not having that. So I don't know. I liked Maggie up until this point. This episode, this is my turning point for Maggie. Do not like her anymore.
I didn't care either way. She was just there.
So, but yeah.
Let's find someone.
Can you guys correct me if I'm wrong here? Something else confused me this episode. With Megan and John, didn't we learn that Megan is not actually a Martian?
No, she's a white Martian.
No, I know, but then wasn't in the Brawl episode, like the Fight Club episode, didn't like it show that a different creature was posing as her? Or am I wrong?
I don't know. I remember her changing into a different alien couple episodes ago during, I think it was the Brawl episode, but
she can change, but they can change into anything. So she could have changed into
our Martians monster. Like
they can
changelings like
kind of
shapeshifters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just under the impression that something else was changing to pose as her, as a white Martian. It wasn't actually a white Martian. That was the impression I got from it wasn't this episode, but it was, what was it, last week? The Fight Club episode?
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just the impression I was under. Could be completely wrong. So I was like, and then when Megan goes in to give John the blood from getting drained from the parasite thing and all that, I was like, isn't she not a Martian? Like I could have sworn it was something else posing. And then when she leaned into John and was about to give the blood, she leaned down and she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, is this blood gonna kill her or something? And I was like really confused, and then it ended up working. So
no, it's white Martian blood.
Yeah, I just think it's going to affect him negatively. I mean, I have seen promos for the invasion like lead-in, and he doesn't look very nice. He looks very, 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 very mean. So I think, that's why she's apologizing. It's going to affect him negatively, and he's going to change.
Well, you also see she gets upset because she sees Hank's wedding ring. So she's one of the good
white Martians.
Well, she's under the impression that Hank's married. which
Probably.
Hank is married, but not John Jones, because John Jones is only posing as Hank, and Hank is not alive anymore, therefore, you know.
Is his wife even alive? We've never even seen his wife.
I don't know, but we've never... It's not like John Jones as Hank is posing, you know, in a family with her if she is still alive, but...
Yeah, we don't know. We've never seen Hank's family.
Yeah.
It's because we're focused on Supergirl and
I know, but
Jeremiah
still,
and all
that-
Well, I'm saying John isn't going home to anybody. John's living
Yeah,
by
yeah,
himself.
right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Hank is long dead. So we'd have to see that in a flashback, which they don't really do on this show.
No.
So
Sorry, I dropped a needle and I really didn't want to step on it.
it's a good thing you didn't have a haystack under you.
No, I didn't.
You guys have anything else for this episode?
There's just we'll just have to wait and see on the people we like and the people we don't like and the people we want to slap upside the head.
Yeah. Brian says the Guardian was pretty cool, but he looked too much like RoboCop.
He reminded me of Spartan.
Reminded me of Spartan, Judge Dredd, and RoboCop all like rolled into one.
Woohoo!
And he also said the parasite reminded him of Hive from S.H.I.E.L.D. And
Yeah.
I'm
Rachel's
not,
the only one in this chat that would get that reference.
Yeah,
So
I'm not. I don't know anything about Shield, so.
yeah, I haven't
Yes,
watched
very
S.H.I.E.L.D.
much. He
since
does.
season 2. But anyway, the next episode is called The Darkest Place. While Guardian tries to clear his name after being accused of a murder committed by another vigilante, Supergirl heads out on a solo mission to rescue Mon-El, who has been captured by Cadmus. While fighting to free Mon-El, Supergirl comes face to face with Cyborg Superman.
Excuse me, what?
Yep,
Bizarro!
kind of.
I thought Bizarro was completely organic. He was just
Yeah, well, that's why I said
Fucking
kind
crazy.
of.
Kind of. Yeah, I vaguely remember. My cousins used to read the comics, so I vaguely remember Cyborg Superman.
Should be interesting. Cadmus has got a lot of interesting stuff up their sleeves, and I cannot wait to see more of it.
somebody nuke them.
No, please
Yeah.
don't. Please don't.
Does someone kill all the Luthers, please?
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
No, I love the Luthers. I want to see Lex.
Said no one ever. I love the Luthers.
Really? You
Michael
like their mom?
Rosenbaum, come on.
He's not coming
you
into
like
the show.
you like their mom, huh? Their mom's a bitch.
Well, their mom's part of Cadmus, so nuke her.
Nikki, where can the people find you nuking Cadmus?
On Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24. I guess.
I didn't know you could do that on Twitter.
I
I
did
guess
not
I
either.
can. I'll figure it out, I guess.
I guess.
I guess so. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Savannah17. Right
Excellent.
there.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Space, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast. For some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next time. See you
Fly
later.
safe.
Yeah, fly safe indeed. Fuck. Fucking Jack Colette. Get out of here, Kara.